The Callisto Protocol has been dubbed the spiritual successor to Dead Space, and the amazing story of Isaac Clarke going aboard the Ishimura to unravel the mysteries of why the rig went dark. A planet cracker lost in the middle of space, something that's never happened before, and you immediately get an eerie feeling about what's going on, but it still makes you want to go find those answers regardless. And that is what a game must do to hook a player. And I think the Callisto Protocol does this extremely well in its setup, and that's what we're going to take a look at today. How does the Callisto Protocol hook us as a player and make us want to go unravel those mysteries? And beyond this point, there will be spoilers, so you have been warned. The beginning of the game opens up with a character that we find out to be Danny Nakamura walking through a post-apocalyptic landscape of nothing but death filling the streets. There is no movement. There's nobody making any sounds. She's wearing a mask, so we're already led to believe that this can be contracted. The bodies don't even look normal. Their veins and skin is discolored and deformed. And we automatically get a sense of mystery and a craving of what happened here. The player is already given something that we must go figure out. And even furthers that mystery as she goes by and she sees a survivor, but then he immediately dies, and the screen zooms in, giving you just enough to want to know what happened.
Shocking footage from Europa. A brazen attack by the Outer Way terrorist group, led by the notorious Danny Nakamura.
That's enough.
So out the gate, there's the mystery of this Danny Nakamura character. And who is the Outer Way? And how does it tie in to the scene that was just painted? What happened on that moon? What's going on? Immediate mystery. And gives us just a taste of the character that we know we're going to run into later on in the story, so we need to be looking out for what ties those events together and unravel what happened to all those people. And then we are introduced to the main characters of the game.
I was watching that. It's our last run, Max. I'm done talking about it.
Then what do you want me to say?
How about thank you? Because after this job, we're never gonna have to work another day in our lives.
Well, I guess you got it all figured out.
I guess so.
Come on, man, what is this? Huh? Back and forth, Callisto to Europa, all this additional security.
It's a prison moon, Max. They take their security pretty serious.
And what about the attacks? Huh? How do you explain that?
By the Outer Way? They've been hitting targets all over the sector for the past 6 months.
We got a yellow light in the cargo hold.
That's probably nothing.
Well, it's still worth checking out.
Shouldn't have to work another day.
As we meet Max and Jacob,
You got it all figured out.
Max is growing in concern,
Man, what is this?
and they are having a discussion of disagreement where Max is seemingly noticing that there is something not quite right about the entire situation. The Outer Way attacking ships, what seems to be above and beyond what you would call normal security for something that's going to plan. And this job is paying extremely well for just being normal cargo. And Jacob seems to be the one that just wants to look the other way regardless of the obvious. He's just looking at the money, the end game, not in the least bit concerned as to what's going on around him, and we might not should be in this situation. This might not go the way we plan. And it does seem to be pretty obvious with that. And almost after mentioning the attacks happening all over the sector, a small alarm goes off, and Jacob was going to ignore it. But Max says it is worth checking out. Have you not been watching the news, so to say? So the game makes it out like Max is the overprotective, over-paranoid, wants to check out everything, and doesn't like the situation he's in. And Jacob, it almost establishes like, okay, it's just normal medical supplies, nothing's wrong. But then Jacob goes to investigate further into the ship, and that's when we find out Max wasn't so crazy after all.
Max, we got trouble.
What's up?
We've been boarded.
Oh, shit. The other way?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
All right, well, when you get your ass back up here, and watch your back, you know, it could be anywhere.
Search the hold. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Dampening field still in effect.
Not for long.
What do they want?
How should I know?
Anything?
Nothing yet.
Almost out of time.
There he is! Max! They're heading for the bridge!
Open up!
What are you gonna do? Whatever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit!
Okay, so now there's the mystery of what was they on that ship looking for? And now that we know that they've been hitting ships all over the sector, that means they are in pursuit of something. And it furthers that mystery and that lore that we have to go dig up later. Also, what I loved about how they did this was they painted Danny and them as terrorists, and then we see her shoot out that window knowing it could potentially rip that entire ship apart and they all could die. So now we've seen her commit a terrorist act that puts Jacob and Max in a situation of immediate danger and unknown of what's going to happen from this point.
Transfer flight control to my station! Transport flight control! This is bad, Jacob! Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is UJC Caron! Returning to Callisto! Requesting emergency clearance!
Negative, UJC Caron. You are not authorized for re-entry.
Sorry, but I got no choice! Coming in hot! Who's the antigraphs? Already at maximum! We're not gonna make it! Yes, we are! Watch out! Hold on! Brace for impact!
Obviously the ship was going to go down and we knew it was going to crash, but it's what they did right there before it crashed that I love. They blacked out the screen and all you could hear was the crunching metal. You didn't see where they landed. You didn't see anything, who survived, nothing. And you're immediately thrown into a state of what's going on. It's, oh my God, what's happening? I gotta see what's going on. I need to see what's going on. And that black screen does such a good job of giving you the unknown.
I made it. I told you not to worry. Max. Max. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. Hey. Oh.
Chico. Oh, I didn't you listen.
Hey, come on.
After the buildup of the black screen, we see that Jacob has survived, and we're almost made to feel some type of relief. Okay, they survived. And he looks over, and his partner, his co-pilot, has been almost completely mutilated by the crash and is definitely not going to make it, as we see him die right in front of us. But right before he dies, he gives us another hint towards the mystery we need to go find, which was, why didn't you listen? There's definitely some avoidable situations going on here, and now we're in them. It definitely uses his face as something that haunts him all throughout the game, and I do love how they set that up. It was almost like the first real horror part of the game, where we were thrown into a black void and we wake up and the entire situation of the game has now shifted into a new direction.
One life sign detected. Continuing search.
Black Iron Security! You the pilot?
Yeah.
Him?
He's gone.
We'll just need the one. Okay, let's get you out of here. Manifest says you were running cargo out of the hangar. Don't get many of you freelancers out here.
Just doing my job.
Don't I know it?
Thermal regulators enabled.
First ship I ever lost. We were boarded by...
Let go of me!
She's the one who...
Cool your jets, cargo jockey. You do your job. You let me do mine, all right? Sir. Yes, sir?
Whatever you say. Grab him, too.
Hey! What are you doing? Hey! I didn't do anything!
That scene right there was almost one of the best parts in the game, when you see the head of security look over and say, grab him too. And you know, after just playing it, he did nothing wrong, which deepens the mystery to its deepest levels. And that right there was one of the biggest reasons I had to dive straight into the game, is because how well it delivered this. I loved the delivery on how they made the player want to go unravel and uncover all of these mysteries that it's laid before us just in this little bit of time. And it's really awesome how they did it, and it did make me want to go find these answers. And the game, when it came out, had problems at launch, and it had some mechanics, including myself, that a lot of people did not agree with, The makers are fixing it, by the way. If y'all didn't know, they have been doing some updates that is definitely making the game a lot more enjoyable, and I decided to go back in and play to see if it had improved, and it definitely is. I may make a separate video on the update review, and I just want to say, like, if you're going to open up a game with mystery and the need to make a player just want to go and uncover all of these mysteries and figure out what's going on, this is how you do it. And it may have borrowed some of the playbook from Dead Space, but still, even doing that, Dead Space did an awesome job. Why not learn from that? And I think that's what they did here, man. They did an awesome job with this, and I want to hear what you guys think, man. Did y'all like how they presented the intro to the game? Did it make you want to go and find out all this? You know, I want to hear what you guys think, man. Let me know. And right now it is Christmas Eve. I am counting down the minutes until Christmas, and I'll probably be gone for a day, and then I'll probably pick right back up and start making some more content to bring to y'all, man. And until then, man, Merry Christmas. Y'all stay warm with this crazy weather we're having, and I'll see you in the next one.